Hello YouTube, this is The Bucket coming at you today with my Dan Wesson DWX. This is a all-steel competition pistol created by Dan Wesson. So Dan Wesson created the Wesson Firearms Company back in 1968 with a goal of making the world's best revolver straight out of the box and a reputation of perfectionism. And he was the great-grandson of D.B. Wesson, the co-founder of Smith & Wesson. And they made really nice, really high-quality revolvers. A lot of them, you could actually change out the barrels and make the barrel length exactly what you wanted it to be. In 2000, after change of ownership, they started making 1911s, and they made really nice, really high-end 1911s. In 2005, Dan Wesson was bought out by CZ, and in 2019, at SHOT Show, they released this particular pistol, the Dan Wesson competition pistol. Now, COVID hit, and they really wanted to make sure that these guns were of the highest quality and highest caliber that they could get, and they didn't want to bring out to market a gun that wouldn't function the way that they wanted to. So it actually didn't come out to the consumer market until this year, 2023, which is super exciting for the Bucket. I've got a small channel. I've got 4 kids. I'm a public school teacher, don't have unlimited funds. So for me to get a gun the year that it comes out is really hard for me to do. So I was really excited to bring this particular gun out to you. Let's go overhead and let's talk about the specs. So you're going to have CZ magazines, 19 plus 1 in the chamber are going to be what the mags run. But I do love the fact that they are bringing out magazines that are not so crazy expensive that it costs you $75 to $100 for new magazines. So that was a really nice deal that they did. It comes in at 8.5 inches in length. The barrel length is 4.95 inches. The width is 1.5 inches. The overall height is 5.85 inches. And it comes in at a heavy 45 ounces. And that's due to the steel frame, steel slide, steel barrel, all steel all over. Now, to be a good competition pistol, you want to have a fiber optic front sight with a rear blacked out sight, and it is a adjustable sight. Really high-end stuff. I like the fact that they have the same grips, and these grips are beautiful. These Dan Wesson grips are awesome. CZ's always been known for making really cool accent pieces to their firearms, and it isn't any different with this particular one. So for those of you wondering, what exactly is a DWX? So imagine a 2011. So it's going to have a lot of the 1911 features on it, including the safety, including the straight pull trigger, including the hammer, nice beaver tail on that. It does have the contours of a CZ75 in the frame, which is kind of one thing that the CZ75 and CZ as a whole was known for, is great ergonomics. They also changed the lockup, so this doesn't have a swinging link. It's going to have the straight pull lockup and lug into the slide that you would see from a CZ75, but everything else is all 2011. So you're going to have an absolutely amazing 3.5 pound trigger pull. The reset is absolutely awesome. It's really nice. You're also going to see that you have a match barrel. It's going to be a bull barrel, and it's going to be a crown barrel to increase in accuracy. So me and Tanfolio and the Bobcat went out shooting today, and it's super cold in Kansas, and this thing ran super amazing. That one right there is just a flyer from me, but it's going to hold a 2-inch group no matter how cold you've got, which when you get into these competition pistols, a lot of times you see that they're so fine-tuned, they're so precise, that when you start getting into extremes of weather, you can sometimes see reliability issues, which I did not see with this one at all. As far as shooting, it's amazingly a flat shooter. That ergonomic grip is awesome. These sights are big. They're easy to pick up on. You know, Tanfolio absolutely loved this gun. The Bobcat is a new shooter, but he picked it up and he thought it was awesome. He thought it was amazing. Just everything about this gun is done right. You know, the finish is really nice. The slide serrations are very easy to pick up on, very easy to manipulate the controls on this particular gun. It's just awesome. Everything about it is just super good. The only downside of this gun is the MSRP on this gun is $18.99, which is a very expensive firearm. So that's going to price a lot of people out of the market on it. But if you're looking for a really high-end gun, this is a really, really good option for you. I will tell you, with the ergonomics of this gun, I did have a tendency to flip on that safety or engage it a little bit, which was, not ideal. Now, is that a deal breaker? No, that just means that this was the first time I shot the gun and I have to understand how to manipulate this gun, which with some competition guns, you're going to see that. And these big, ambidextrous safeties make it really nice to engage the safety, but also make it where you can engage it unintentionally. Other things that I think are maybe less than ideal, these do not come optic ready, which so many of the high-end guns now are coming optic ready. So, if you want an optic ready gun, they don't currently make that offer. Also, there's no texture right here to put your gun, that means to put your support hand on it. Again, not a deal breaker, really easy to still, get that gun to do what you want it to do. But those are things that might be, things that might not be as ideal. This is a really, really big gun. You heard the specs. This is really long. This is really heavy. But they have also brought out the the DWX Compact, which is going to be a much smaller framed gun. And, it's nice that they're bringing out some different options. And maybe in future years, they'll start to come out with optic ready models. But this has been absolutely so great for a gun, for the bucket to get to bring to the channel. It was so fun to shoot, and everybody just enjoyed having it in their hand. So I really, really enjoy this one. I did bring it out with the Bull Armory. This one really was the belle of the ball, which means that I probably am going to get rid of the Bull Armory SAS EDC and just keep this as being my only competition gun. So way to go, DWX, for dethroning a great gun that I really, really enjoy. Not to say anything bad about the Bull Armory. I still think it's a great company and a great gun, but I do think I'm going to move on and keep this one and let the Bull Armory go on to its next home. So I want to thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. All the likes, the comments, the shares are really appreciated. And as always, you stay classy, YouTube.
I learned a lesson. Never half-ass two things. Whole-ass one thing.